Good morning, y'all. Kenzie Riley here on this beautiful Monday morning, and I'm doing something I've never done before, and I don't know why. I see a lot of people post videos like this, and I know we all know what food looks like, and I know we all know what eating throughout a day looks like, but I get questions a lot about what I do personally, and so I figured I would record it and float it out there because different days call for different types of protocols in fueling. So I'll take you through a couple different days in my day-to-day life. And today is a normal training day. It is going to be a one session, a mega session. And sometimes I train in the morning. Today I'm going to train in the afternoon. So different variables. It doesn't have to be the exact same every day. Routine is great and I love it, but it's not always necessarily feasible. So honestly, it's a day-to-day type of decision, game day decision every day. So I think today what's going to be best for me is to train one big session right after lunchtime, early afternoon. So I'll take you through my day and kind of what happens as far as what I'm going to eat. So right now I've just gotten up. Well, it's 8 o'clock now. I've been up a little while. You can tell my hair is looking really good. So first thing you do is do an awesome hairdo. Next thing I do is coffee. Usually every morning. I'm the type of person that likes to have that to be regular. I don't need it for the caffeine. I don't need it for, getting myself going in the morning. I don't get headaches, anything like that. I just like it because it tastes good and because it gets me going in the colon department, if you know what I'm saying. So what I usually put in my coffee, there's a bajillion ways. I've been known to do bulletproof coffee before. More recently, it's just not ideal for me to manage my macros and to stay within my realm of nutrients for the day. So I haven't been doing it as much. I definitely still love it and it's delicious. It's just, if I have to prioritize and make choices, it's not worth it for me right now. It's not ideal for my goals. So I just do homemade brewed coffee. I know I don't do the fancy. I don't have to buy mine. I don't have to grind it. I get Folgers. And, well, I get what's on sale, for being honest. And I literally will do 1 cup, which I like to make it a big cup. So that's probably 8 to 10 ounces. And heavy whip, okay? Heavy whipping cream. Not very much at all. Again, I'm very aware of my macros, managing the fat. So maybe a third of a tablespoon, so a teaspoon. And that's all I do. So I'm going to drink this for a while, get on my computer, do some work, answer some emails, get going for the day, maybe take my dog for a walk, and I'll check back in next time I put food in my mouth. I had to start eating. I was so hungry. So it's been about an hour and a half since my coffee update. I've done some work, been sitting at my computer for a while, and the hunger has kicked in. And sometimes I don't get hungry. There are days where I'm not as hungry, and I still make myself eat because I know in a couple hours I'm going to need it. So 9:30, it's definitely time that I get some food in my body. So what I did is something weird, guys. I can't lie. I do some weird shit. You don't have to do this, but it's worth a try. Variety is important. Keeping things varied is important. So I made a savory oatmeal. So I took a half a cup of oats, dry oats, rolled old-fashioned oats, put them in the microwave for about a minute and a half. And to that, I also steamed about 100 grams of broccoli and added that into the oats. And then I made 1 egg and about 3 tablespoons of egg whites, which is a serving of egg whites. Made that in a skillet and basically put it on top. To that, I added some garlic and sea salt and about a teaspoon of Kerrygold. So what you're looking at here is a pretty solid serving of fiber and protein and carbs. Not so much on the fat, which I'll eventually get to. Don't you worry. So I'm probably not going to be working out for probably, a couple more hours, 3-4 hours at least. So I still need some carbs. It's the morning. I'm not being active. I'm sitting at my computer. I'm going to, do some other, chores and errands and whatnot. But I definitely need to start getting something in my system and getting my body primed to perform and to feel good today. So some longer, more complex carbohydrates. So I went with the oatmeal and some broccoli. So fiber, we got the protein from the eggs, and seriously, I'll probably eat again in like an hour or two. So this is just to kick the day off. So I'm gonna keep stuffing my face with this. Again, keep the variety up. Oatmeal is not just for the sweet flavors, guys. It's not just for cinnamon and, honey and fruit. Sometimes it can be a lunch or a dinner staple. So feel free to mix it up. I'm telling you, never know till you try. Anyways, I'm going to do this and I'll be back with you soon enough. Trust me. I'm an eating machine, I promise. All right, guys, rolling in my car to the gym. It is right around straight up noon o'clock, actually. And like I told you earlier, I'm working out midday, early afternoon for a large chunk. So I'll probably be there at least, I would say, 3 hours. So with it being right at lunchtime, it's really hard to eat lunch and work out at lunch. So I have kind of, I don't want to say cut corners, but while I'm more of a proponent of eating full meals of real food, and that's what I'm going to encourage almost everybody to do, there are certain times and certain cases that call for, some convenience foods, purposes that, like so, I don't want to eat a full meal before I go train. While I should, putting that in my stomach right now is not the best idea. So, things like Quest bars, okay? I know people love to eat these, and yes, they're a great way to hit a big chunk of macros when it's indicated that you need to eat them in smaller, more functional portions. Sitting down and eating a spread and hitting these macros in real food form, I could eat a ton of volume if I really wanted to, but I don't want to put that in my stomach right now. There are most people that need to eat that sort of volume and need to eat real food that are trying to eat Quest bars as a meal replacement, and that's when it becomes less desirable. So for today's purpose, for right now, like I said, I wanted to get something in me so I'm not hungry, but also I'm not ready to eat a full-on meal. So I ate an entire one of these. Typically I eat them in halves, more for enjoyment and the sweet treat, principle of them. But today I ate it, the whole thing, because I needed it for fuel. So that got killed. And then on top of it, I'm pretty open about it. I'm, really a woman of very little shame. I love chocolate. And we can always work on our vices, but I also just choose to manage them. So I don't typically have these, to be honest. This is remnants of Valentine's Day for my husband. And I do love the Brookside chocolate covered anything. These are the clusters. Chocolate covered anything in general, I'm usually a fan of. So anyways, I did have a serving of these. I had half of a serving. I logged it as a full serving because I'm probably gonna eat some of them after, later for a treat. So I went ahead and just logged a whole serving, and I'll eat some of it later. But yeah, not the best quality of food, but I'm human and I've got plenty of carbs to eat today for this massive training session that's about to come up. So I will keep you posted on what I eat throughout my training, and by eat I mean drink. So intra-workout fueling is a thing for me on big training session days. So I'll be right back with you here in a hot second. Okay, y'all, here we are mid-workout. It's been about an hour and a half. All I've gotten done is a lot of mobility and, let's see, a lift and an EMOM lift. So been lifting some heavy weight, really, really high percents, like 90% or above. So to keep things flowing and to keep that turnover of energy and to keep my muscles firing and not breaking down through this long session, I need to start taking something in. So what does that look like? For the most part, carbohydrate. So I like to use a product. I actually put it into a little container. It's called Driven. It's by UR, which is the supplement brand that sponsors my team and I. And what it is, it's a mix of amino acids and a carb. So quick digesting, rapidly converted energy for the mid-session needs. So I do about a half a scoop of the Driven. This is lemon lime flavored. So we got some carbs and some BCAAs in there. And then to that, I also add an extra scoop of just plain regular BCAAs, which, like I said, helps prevent like muscle breakdown during long training sessions. We don't want our body going into like our protein and our muscles to start generating energy from that. We want to make sure we provide it the energy from carbohydrates to keep that constant turnover. So that's typically what I do. Sometimes I throw some creatine in, but we'll do that post-workout. So this is all I really do. Mid-workout, we got aminos and carbohydrate, and we got about another hour and a half. So I'm going to do another Metcon and then another skill and accessory type of Metcon too. So we're going to breathe heavy and probably burn the lungs and make me want to cry a little bit. My favorite. So I'll be back when I'm all done. Couldn't get here soon enough. Okay guys, post-workout. Been here about 2.5 hours, and I've hit all major parts of my workout. I'm still cooling down with some accessory, and I'm going to do some mobility. Luckily today I've got a little less of a load as far as work and other obligations, so I have time to get in all the mobility that I like to do, which is damn near an hour. So anyways, I'm gonna be cooling down. While I cool down, I always drink my post-workout. So today I'm gonna put a lot of stuff in there because I want to make sure that I'm recovered for the rest of the week. So starting with protein. Okay, there's a lot of different proteins out there. UR makes 2 different types. One's called Unbreakable and is more ideal for, designed specifically for CrossFitters. It's got protein and some carbs, which is essential for post-workout. You're gonna see I add carbs in here. So this actually has 20 grams of protein and then also 11 grams of carbs. So that ratio, about 2-to-1 protein to carbs, is really ideal, like I said, for CrossFitters, but they also make a whey isolate that's just protein for other purposes too. So anyways, this is what I carry in my supplements for workout. So, scoop of Unbreakable. To that, I like to add creatine, okay? Did a lot of heavy lifting, definitely need to replenish and recover that explosive pathway. So, serving creatine. I actually buy a standalone carb supplement. There's a lot out there, but this one is unflavored, just straight up dextrose, which I know is a simple carbohydrate. It sounds like sugar, but I just kicked my ass in for the volume that I do. I have to recover quickly after workout, so this gets right in and starts that recovery process to your glycogen stores. So I do about half a scoop of those additional carbs. And then sometimes I put in glutamine, which today, why not, YOLO. So a little bit more on the amino acids. I want to recover well this week. And that about does it. I carry some other stuff in here, but this is my most typical go-to. Like I said, you want to get this in you 20 minutes after you, like somewhere within 20 minutes post-workout. The sooner the recovery, the better, depending how hard you went. Not necessarily for everybody, but for me, like I said, it's been 2.5 hours and probably another hour before I get to some food. Probably sooner because I'm hungry, so I'm gonna hurry this up. So anyways, stick with me. I'll be eating soon. All right, guys, so here I am for my actual official post-workout meal. Number 1, I stayed at the gym a little bit longer than I thought I would, mobilizing, and I ran some errands on the way home. This is what happens in my day-to-day. So what I end up doing is buying food wherever I'm at because I get hungry and it hits me sooner than I think, and I can't get home soon enough. So this is, and I hear this a lot from people, so I live it too, guys, I promise. So I had that shake at about 2:30, and I was at the store, so I grabbed like some nut thins, which are basically made from rice flour and like almonds. So for the most part, it's just a lot of really easily digestible carbohydrates. So I had about 1 serving of these, which is some carbs, which is exactly what I needed post-workout. And I grabbed, I don't know why, I grabbed the most random stuff. And this is a fig bar, which is now garbage. Super high in carbs. I mean, those figs and, you know, some sugar in there. So that hit the spot too. So I had both of these, maybe while I was in the store. Who's counting? not important. And then I just threw some food in the microwave, so rice and chicken. Really looking, really boring looking. So I have about 80 grams of rice and about 4 ounces of chicken. I need to get my protein up. I still have like 800 calories to eat after this, so I better get to work. And I'm also going to throw in some plain Greek yogurt. My protein, I've got a lot of protein to get in before the end of the day. So this is what we call post-workout meal 1. And I'm just going to be eating basically from now until bedtime. So I'll keep you posted on that. Okay, it is officially dinner time, which means it's almost 7 o'clock. And what did the chef make tonight? So this is about 3.5 ounces of a sirloin steak and 100 grams of a gold potato and about 100 grams of Brussels sprouts, all made on the grill. This is still, I think, let's see, I think I have like 18 grams of fat and like 30 more grams of protein, maybe even like 20 or so grams of carbohydrate to eat. So I will be eating again after this. But for right now, I'm going to have a lovely dinner with my dinner day. All right, last food of the day. We need to get in more protein. So I'm having like half of a scoop of protein, just the whey isolate. Really little contents of anything else besides protein in here. So this is the pure whey from UR. So I have about a half a scoop of that mixed up. So I'll drink that. And then I'm going to eat. I've got a little bit more fat I need to get in. So almond butter or peanut butter, my favorite thing to eat. And I'm going to add it to a Greek yogurt, which I like to do a lot of plain Greek yogurt, but I get the flavored ones for more of a treat. So I have a maple flavored one, and I'm going to put a tablespoon maybe of almond butter into it, and then maybe like a fourth a cup of Rice Krispies because I have a little bit more carbs on top of the carbs in here to round out for the whole day. So a little mismatch of everything right now. Mostly protein, a little bit of carbs, and then just trying to get the fat up because I haven't really had much of that today. So just kind of making decisions as I go. You guys have seen it happen, so I'm going to enjoy this. And I will post up my total macros for the day so you guys kind of know what I was working off of. So that's the day in the life of my belly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So here are my macro totals for the day. A little under on protein, a little over on carb and fat. Overall, though, pretty on point.